Gaffer, another away game and another 1-0 win. You must be delighted as how not just tonight's gone, but the last few days.
Yeah, don't get much better than that. A last-minute winner away from home, particularly with the journey we've had to come up with a couple of times now. So yeah, to come out on top in a real tough game. The conditions were difficult. The wind was very, very tough to deal with at times for both teams, which I think impacted on the quality of the game. But the biggest message from us and has been throughout is if we're not good enough to win it, which at times it looked like we might have not been tonight, make sure we're not losing games. We defended situations, particularly in the first half, really, really well. Again, those back four, Loz, the boys in front, some fantastic challenges and making sure we keep that clean sheet, which is massive. And again, I've always said I want us to be hard to beat. I want us to be a team that every time we're out there, whoever we're up against, we're not getting rolled over. So that was going to be the least of it today. We've obviously found the quality in the end again from Loz. His distribution at times this season's been absolutely incredible. And then Connor's picked himself up after a period of not scoring, and again a fantastic finish from him. So really, really delighted. It's a big boost, especially to take into Saturday now.
You said previously that you didn't want this season just peter out. You wanted to have something to aim for, and probably not a lot of people would have given us much of a chance going into these last two games, but we've given ourselves every chance of getting that playoff push back on track. Yeah,
we've always said there has to be a target, there has to be something to push for. That's something that certainly myself and the staff are driving, and the players are also, they don't want to finish the season limping over the line as such. They want to go for something. We've given ourselves a lot of work to do, of course, with some of the performances, certainly in recent months, and particularly the couple of home games that we're disappointed with in terms of not getting the wins. But this week's given us a shot. It might be an outside one, but certainly we want to give ourselves a chance and a run at it. If we can get close, down the stretch, then anything can happen. So we're now make sure we're focused, and we don't want this to go to waste. It was the same as Saturday. We didn't want to let that performance, that result go to waste, and it's great that we've been able to back it up tonight, and now we've got to go and do the same thing on Saturday.
The last few games haven't been games that the O's have dominated, but would you say your side are finding a different way to win?
Listen, again, for me, football is about winning matches. However you do it, yes, we want to be a good footballing team. Yes, we want to move the ball well and keep possession, which we have done, particularly at home in those games. We didn't create enough opportunities to win, of course. But at the same time, it's about finding that way. And at the moment, that's probably the most pleasing thing. We've been very diligent. Everybody's working ever so hard. Again, tonight followed a similar pattern in terms of having to dig in at times in that first half. But we're away from home, against, again, another team that is above us in the table. So, they're there by rights. Over the course of the season, stats show they've been a better team than us. So, you're not just going to come to these places and pass people off the pitch. It is about digging in at times, getting through periods, which we have done. And again, what I've done is now we've shown the quality to go and win games.
And with tonight's result, that makes it 4 clean sheets, I think, in 6 for yourself. As a coaching staff, but also as a player, you must be really delighted about how that's improved in such a short period of time. Yeah,
again, listen, I think in general, we had been keeping clean sheets. Again, from our point of view, it's probably just finishing off those opportunities. But we've had the boys that have come in, again, can't speak highly enough of them. Turls again tonight, Dan Happy. Physically, they matched the forwards from Carlisle, who can be a handful. Tunji, fantastic again. Joe Widdowson, them boys are going to defend situations. They're natural defenders, and they've been a massive part, along with Loz, in making sure we keep those clean sheets. And if we do, as we have done, we're always going to give ourselves a chance.
Something you don't see very often these days as player manager, and someone actually starting a game as well as a manager. How's that been from your perspective in terms of actually trying to manage the side whilst in the middle of it all?
Yeah, I think I spoke on it the other day. It's actually, strangely enough, probably easier being out there to manage in terms of, again, we've got a game plan, we've got a way of doing things. We obviously do a lot of work going into the games to be prepared. So in terms of actually managing that out on the pitch, it's been fine. Again, I have to emphasise the trust and the quality of staff that I've got around me. So again, that has been, for me, not an issue at all with those guys on the side, Sens, Brillo, Matty, and things are in good hands if I'm on the pitch. And obviously once I come back off, then I can go back into that role. So at the moment, it's working okay. Yeah.
In terms of injuries, obviously we've seen Nick Freeman the last couple of games, but also from a positive perspective, seeing Louis Dennis back out on the pitch tonight.
Yeah, again, that's been a big boost for the whole group. Obviously Louis coming back. Again, Course has been back, been on the bench, been training, so again that's another, big boost for us. So again, the more we can get back, it adds to the quality of the group, it adds to the competition, which again I've always wanted. I want people pushing for places. Everyone's got something to play for, and I think if we can keep getting that quality back in as we have done, and it'll give us a good chance of again being able to impact games when we needed to. Again, Louis come on today and looked bright and gave us that option certainly going forward, so that was really pleasing, and it's nice to have those options when we need them.